Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I'm really excited to bring you another For the Coaches episode today. And today I wanted to talk about the why. And this is for both coaches and goalies alike. And that's because I find that not enough goalies ask coaches why they're doing things to deepen their understanding, to take control of their position. And in addition to that, coaches are not telling players enough the why behind why they're teaching something or why they're doing a certain drill. And why this is important is because there's no one right way to play goalie. And if you look at the top performing goalies, it doesn't matter what statistic you measure that by. If you look at the top 10 in the Division I level, again, whatever statistic you want to look at, every single person's style is going to have nuances to it. And we've seen time and time again, different styles of goalies to be proven successful at various levels of the game. So therefore, there's no one right way. There is simply what works best for that athlete or player. And so coaches, especially for those of you that are, learning the position for the first time, my advice is to really try to understand as much as you can, learn as much as you can from different coaches, and then start to make your own opinion so that you have a better understanding of what makes sense for you. And it's the same thing I would advocate for goalies to do as well. When I'm coaching, I always will tell goalies, this is why we're doing this. This is why I believe this to be true. This is how I came to this conclusion. And to a lot of them, they say, oh, yeah, that makes sense to me. So much so to the point that one of the athletes and her dad that was watching came up to me in the middle of it, of a training session and said, I've never heard somebody explain it like that. That makes so much sense. And sometimes that's all it takes to create buy-in from your athlete is for them to understand why exactly you're doing it. And for you coaches, I think this is really where you need to put ego, to the corner. Sometimes goalies will come back at me and say, well, I do this because of why. And, I'll think about that and say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense for you, especially if that person is making saves doing that. And sometimes if they're letting in that shot over and over and over again, I have to push them and say, well, hey, you might feel this way, but look at these results that we're seeing, okay? And that's where, again, you just got to look at what's going on in front of you. Is your method proving results for this athlete? No. Okay, then we need to make changes. If this is working, then yeah, we're going to stick with it. And really, that's just the common sense approach that I've constantly put into all the training that I'm doing and pushing. And this creates a really great environment for athletes to give me feedback at any point in time. They can say, hey, this isn't working for me. This is working for me. And ultimately what that does is create the best goalie or the best level of play really possible that you can get. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all after. So coaches always try to learn and explain the why behind what you're doing. Athletes ask for that why. Not only is it going to help your play, but it's going to really give you the power of your position to really understand and to help you move forward. And even better, maybe one day, you'll turn into a goalie coach. Who knows? But that's all I got for you guys today. If anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to chat all things goalie. Until then, see you next week. Bye.